Out in the middle of snow blowing, you go to start your snow blower, and this happens. Here's how you fix it. All right, on this particular model, we have a screw here, a screw on the back side, and then one underneath. Once you have those three removed, this pull start housing will pull right off. Just a quick side note to help you guys out. This one is a 1/4-inch bolt here, which I can use a socket on. This one back here, also able to get a socket on. The one that I'm pulling out on the bottom right now, you cannot get a socket on, so I'm using a 1/4-inch wrench to get this thing off 1/8 of a turn at a time. Bolts are removed, this thing just slides right off. And here's what we're gonna be working with. Tech tip for you guys, if you're out in the field and you need to get this back together, you can reuse what rope is left on here if it broke off like this. But usually once rope starts breaking, the rest of it is probably bad as well. I would recommend just getting new rope and replacing the whole thing, which is what we're gonna be doing today. Here, you're just gonna remove the old rope however you can. I was able to grab the end of this where it was frayed with a pair of needle nose and pull this out. Once you have it unspooled, you'll be able to pull it out by the end. You'll have to pull the opposite way the knot is so it will string through the hole. All right, once we have that rope unwound from the pull start, we're gonna take this and we have to pre-wind or preload this spring. That way when you pull it out, it retracts back in. You will be spinning this counterclockwise and you'll feel that spring tightening up. The spring is gonna get fully tight. With this fully wound up, you're gonna wanna find the hole that the original string come through, line that up with here, and then keep this pre-wound. Take a small screwdriver, if you stick it through the fins, you can let go. That way you don't have to hold all the spring tension. If you guys have new rope, the end will already be, new rope usually is not frayed. On this one it is frayed. I like taking a lighter or a torch, melting the fibers, and then rolling it. You gotta be very careful not to burn yourself. It's easy to do. We're gonna take the new rope, we're gonna feed it through, well, a couple ways you can do this. You either feed it through this way and bring it out through the other hole here, or feed it through the bottom hole and out the top. I'm gonna go with the bottom hole out through the top, use a pair of needle nose. It seems to be the easiest way to do this. So we're gonna be going through this hole here, around and out through the top. This is like my 10th attempt, so it does take a little bit of finagling sometimes. All right, got it through the hole. Gonna feed it up. You'll see it pop up over here. That was the hard part. You can get past that. The next part's easy. Now we're gonna feed it through this hole. This is some majestic camera angles here. All right, got her pulled through. Now we got to get our length adjusted. Easiest way to get the length adjusted on your next pull cord is to take the original and match it, and then not forget that there's some that already ripped off. So I'm going to take the ends, going to line it up, and we're going to pull the pull cord all the way through. Okay, there's where the end is, plus the other about 6 to 8 inches that broke off already. I'll call that good, right about there. Take the end that's inside here, we're gonna cut it, tie a knot. Just need to make sure that this knot is big enough that it won't pass through the hole on the wheel. About something like that. Pull it tight. Makes the knot good, makes it tight. We're gonna go ahead and pull that up to the stop is right there. At this point, we can pull our screwdriver out. And then we're gonna let the spring retract. I'll let the spring retract our new cord in. You just want to be careful not to let this get sucked all the way in. All right, in this case, we have a little excess over here. So we're going to tie our knot. We're going to put a little preload on this just so when we release the handle, it sucks it in tight. Tie our knot, cut the excess off, we can reinstall this. If you guys don't have as much excess as we do, you can stick the screwdriver back through just to make sure that this doesn't suck the rope in. If it sucks the rope in, you got to start back over. Pass that through, like so. We're going to put just a little, pass it through the handle, put just a little bit of preload on this, tie our knot, cut the excess off, and then we can reinstall it. Do make sure this knot's a good one, as most of your pressure is being put there. I'll just put one more loop in it, pull it tight. We're good to go. You can see when I let it go, it fully retracts. Good to go. Installing, same way it come off. Most of these have a sticker on them. The sticker is visible. We are good to go. Pull start's fully installed. All 3 bolts are back on. Last thing, we're just going to confirm it's working. There you go. That's how you repair your pull start on your snowblower or any other pull start small engine machines, or any other pull start small engine machines. Thanks for checking out. See you in the next one.